All right, let's talk about hip mobility. This is the Matador, or I like to call it a Shin Box sequence. So I'm going to start with basic Shin Box, place to start, and then we'll build up from there. So Shin Box is basically sitting on the ground. This is also called a Matador. I'm sure there's many different names for this, but you've got roughly 90 degrees in one leg. Your shin comes across, foot, knee and heel are roughly at the same spot, and this other foot is open here. So in this position, you can explore the world around you however you want. You can pull, grab on your feet, pull. You can grab onto your knee and twist. So you can play around there. And the ultimate goal is to be able to sit and without any hands, flip over to the other side. Okay, play around over here for a few minutes and come back. But to start with that initial modification, if you can't sit tall and do that, then just sit back, put your hands back behind you, and as you build and play around in this seated position, then that will come. But while I have you here, let's talk about a sequence that's going to help kind of walk you through regaining some of this mobility. So I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see, and I'm going to start in this position. So I'm going to call this my, sit in this 90-90 Matador Shin Box sequence. Okay, and I'm going to come and put one hand back behind me, kind of opening things up, making it a little easier for me to sit here. And then I'm going to take my free hand, and then I'm going to come back, and you can slide this hand in or out, however it feels comfortable. I'm going to thread the needle, so I'm going to come down underneath my arm, and add some rotation into this thoracic region of my spine, reach across. Sometimes I like to pull, just use the ground to kind of twist and pull myself into this. And I want to reach up, rotate open, and then I'm going to go into a tripod, firing the glute, lifting the hips, coming back down, and then back down. You can do this, if you're short on time, you can do it once. If you have time, do it three to five times. No serious long holds on this. It should be short and sweet. Okay, so that was 3. From here, I'm going to sit up and I'm going to come behind me with both hands, and I'm going to start to walk my hands around, reaching out so I can get a good long reach here. And as I make my way towards the front where my legs are, I'm going to kick the back leg forward as if I'm going into that traditional kind of hurdle or hamstring stretch. I'm going to walk my hands down my leg, okay? And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to kind of grab my leg and pull into it. If I can get to my laces, great. If I can get to my toes, great. Keeping this knee down, walking yourself into this hamstring stretch. And I like to finish with my inside arm, the furthest one out, because that gives me a little bigger stretch through this lat and into my low back. Okay, and just breathe into that a couple times, trying to sink into it a little more. And then let's walk out of it. Next, we're going to take this bent knee and we're going to flip it behind us. Now, sometimes some people can say there's a little torque and tension on their knee. If that's the case, just play around with this angle in order for you to just relieve that tension. Nothing here should be ever painful and bothersome for joints and muscles and tendons. So here, I'm just going to sit back into this hamstring stretch. Okay, and I can add some rotation into it while I'm here. Open up, I can go into a tripod. Okay, similar to what we did before. And then once we're there, go through a few of those. Let's come back to this hurdler stretch. Same thing, let's walk backwards now and find that stretch. Breathe into it, nice, calm, relaxed. Let's walk out. Okay, take that straight leg, it comes back. So now we're back into this Shin Box Matador position, and we're gonna walk ourselves back around. Okay, back to here. Now you can finish right there. You could go into a couple more of those rotations to tripods, however you want to, whatever. If you're flowing and going and it's grooving, then keep going if you got the time. So obviously we want to switch sides and get the other side. So if possible, no hands. If you need to, sit back and flip those legs over. Let's spin around. So back here, let's fly through one more on this side so you can get that other side dialed in. So again, we're coming back, going into this, thread the needle, breathe through everything. If you're tense and you're holding it, you're fighting the tension, then your body's not going to listen and relax as you go into this. Okay, so nice, make sure you're breathing You're calm, you're cool, and we're moving these hips. Okay, and let's start walking ourselves around. As we get to the front, let's kick that leg forward into a hamstring hurdler stretch, walking the hands down our leg. Breathe, big exhale. You should feel yourself sink into this a little more. This is my tight side. Let's walk out of it. Spin back, coming into this quad stretch. You can add in this tripod, you can thread the needle. Okay, let's come back and walk down into this hamstring again. Breathe. Walk, slide back out of it. Flip the knee back to the shin box matador position. Walk ourselves around. And again, you can finish with a little more bonus. Thread the needle, tripod, activation, things there. So one more thing, one more progression as we get into this matador, as you gain mobility out of these hips and you get strength and confidence and mobility, then I want to show you one quick little progression, a little glute activation we can do from here. So I'm sitting in this matador shin box position, and I can flip side to side like so. And next progression is glute activation to be able to get up, hip drive, come back down, controlled, okay? Flip it over, glute activation, drive, come back down, controlled. Okay, so things you can play with as you gain ownership of this mobility. Let's get after it and see how you feel. You're gonna be good.